Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Plan With Me. This is Misty with Happy Planning with Misty, and I hope y'all are starting off your week with a beautiful Monday morning. We are. It's bright and pretty outside. Hot, but bright and pretty. I was going to use this Hobonichi Cousin kit in my shop, and I've also got icons to go with it. And let's see, we have got a lot going on this week. Let me get to where we're supposed to be. So that was the 29th, 30th, the 1st. Okay, so I'm already behind on the days, so I need to plan this week, and then I can go back and plan the weeks in the past. But this is a 4-page kit that I have in my shop called Bloom, and we're gonna use this. Let's see, what washi? I think I want this flowered washi at the bottom. I was gonna go with that one, but I think I like this one. We're going to go with this. So how was your 4th of July weekend? Ours was good. We didn't do a lot because Maddie and Marshall both had to work. So they were busy, and of course I'm not going to get out in public unless I just have to. I love being at home. I'm usually not in any hurry to leave home. I know on Friday the 4th, Marshall did go up to our camp. So let me make sure. Am I on the right day? So the 29th. Okay, so yeah, this is the 4th of July. So this is the week we're on right now. Okay, so this is going to be Monday the 7th. Our camp in Pale City, Alabama, our church camp was going on, and Friday was our turn to serve lunch, and of course I was in the bed with the migraine. That is an every other day thing for me. And I was asleep from the medicine when he left to go up there, and it's like an hour and a half from us. So to be able to serve lunch, they had to be, up there by that morning because they had to get stuff prepped for lunch, and it's like a lunchroom, big lunchroom, and like a lunchroom that you would have at school. And so he got up there and helped with the rest of our church that was there. And Maddie, she had to work. She was working 9 to 6 that day. One of the girls that, the girl that she actually roomed with in Indiana when she went and looked at the Bible school, was actually at this camp for a couple of days with the school because they were on tour for the summer, and they stopped by on their way back to Indiana here in Alabama at the campground. So Maddie was hoping she would actually be off so she could go up there and see her, but she was working Friday, and by the time she got off and got up there, church would already be started, and as soon as church was over, they were leaving to go back to Indiana. So it just didn't work out for her to be able to get up there and see her. Then Saturday, my head was feeling a lot better. We had a hard rain come through Friday afternoon. And then by Saturday, my head was feeling a lot better. And let's see, I think I want to take this washi here and go up underneath my days of the week. And our yard needed cutting bad. It was to the point of needing to be baled, really. We just be real honest about it. And so I got out there and I cut grass here while Marshall went to his mom's and cut her grass. Okay, so now let's do the sidebar, because after the sidebar I need to put in things for sure that's happening so far this week. So this is Monday the 7th when I'm recording this, and so let's see. I think I'm going to do these flowers here. And I've got to twirl you just a little bit so I can okay, so we've got that, and then I can put the this week right up underneath here. Okay, so there's that, and then let's go to, I definitely have got to clean, because I don't want that right up against, I need to do a menu too, so let's do this first. Let's do the menu. And then let's do a to clean. And I'll put this other. Okay, then we've got room for a couple of habit trackers. Okay, so there is that part of it. Then let me put in what all's going on that I know of this week. Okay, where's my pen? Okay, so I got called into work today. So I've got to go into work from 1:30 to 6:30. So let's see. I'm gonna do mine on one of these. Put Misty 1:30 to 6:30. Okay, and Maddie, she is working 9 to 6. So I think I'm going to use these little flags to put in Maddie. Nine to 6, and I'm going to put Maddie work. Okay. I'm also filming this video, so I need to write that in. Plan with me video. Okay, and then I have got an order that I need to work on before I go to work, but I'm gonna have to list it. I need to print and cut order. I've also got laundry going, and I'm wondering if I need to just do my top 3 down here across the bottom. Let's just do that. Let me just list. And I'm going to use this to do. And I'm just going to put these all along here. I want to scoop this over just a little bit. Okay. And then 2 more. I gotta get my box. My mind's going quicker than my hands are because of all the stuff I've got going through my head that I need to get done before I leave to go to work. Okay, so then I'm going to put laundry. And I've got the washing and drying's happening now. Okay, so then I've got this print and cut. And I'm going to put a little divider here. Okay. I'm not sure Maddie's hours for here and here. Let me see. Hang on. Okay, I went to check if Maddie had hung her schedule on the refrigerator, and she did. So tomorrow she's actually off. But then Wednesday she works 9 to 6. Okay, and then Thursday she works 3:30 to 8, but it is on the 10th. Okay, so 12, 1, 2, 3:30. And then she's off Friday. Then I don't have the schedule for Saturday yet, but she usually closes on Saturdays like 11 to 8. Okay, so one of the reasons, or another reason I should say, is I've got to get stuff done is that on Thursday the 10th, I think around 10:45 to 11, Maddie's boyfriend that lives in Illinois is flying in to Birmingham Airport, and he's going to stay with us 12 days before Maddie leaves in August to go to college. So I'm going to put David flies in, and we're going to put David out in the camper, because even though my house is a 3-bedroom house, one of the bedrooms is my office. And so we've got a fifth wheel camper where we can let out all the sides and he can have a whole house out there by himself. So I need to, since me and Maddie are off together, we have got some cleaning we got to do. Make sure the sheets are changed. I'm just going to write sheets down here. So, and then just put camper. Just go ahead and put the word camper. And then I've got house stuff I got to do. So now that I've got that somewhat situated, I'm going to put my full boxes in. So I think they're all going to end up running down here at the bottom, because I'm going to need all this time up here to clean. If I'm not cleaning the house, I need to be cleaning the camper. So I think I'm just going to run them like this. Okay, so that's taken care of. The next thing I know for sure is Friday. It's trash. And that has to be out by 9. I'll try 9. I can sometimes make it at 9:30. So here are some of the icons I printed to go with it. So let's get some of those in. So here's a trash one that can go there. Print and cut. Order, that needs to go there. Let's see, I'm filming a video now. That can go there. Okay, then I need to take my vitamin D. And I need to take my Manjaro shot. So let me put this little shot right there. Okay. The other thing I need to do, and I'm going to put it up here early tomorrow morning. I'm going to put on here, call doctor. Now I'll have to do it when they wake up, gosh, when they open up. And I'll put my little doctor sticker on there. So if you remember, I had told y'all, I think, that Maddie had been having trouble with her stomach. Now it's been a couple of months ago, and she was burning and couldn't eat. It would be making her sick and stuff. So the doctor thought we were dealing with a stomach ulcer, which is very possible because she put her on 2 weeks worth of medicine to get rid of that ulcer, and some of the stomach trouble subsided, but we had to go back and tell her, look, still she can barely eat because once she takes 2 or 3 bites, she gets so sick at her stomach. And the doctors, her primary care, said, I really think it could be her birth control. Said, but the only way to know for sure is to take her off for a month and then put her back on and see what happens. So all last month, in June, she didn't take these birth control pills. And yesterday, which was Sunday, she started them back. And she took them around dinner time. And she had a birthday party to go to with friends last night. And they went to the party, and I texted her to see if she was okay. And she said yes, she was doing good. That they had, the girl was turning 16, I think. So it wasn't like an unchaperoned party. But her parents had got her a DJ, so they had music, a little dancing, and just a 16-year-old's party. And then her and the girl that she went with to go to the party, she works with these girls. She said, Mom, I think we're going to ride over to Sonic, a hamburger place here in Alabama, and then I'll head home, because she said, I'm going to try to be back home after 9, between 9:30 and 10, because I've got to go to work in the morning. And she had to be at work at 9. So I said, okay, that's fine, however you want to do it. And I'm trying to think. I don't think I can write down or use any more of these right now because I don't know how my week's going to go. But getting back to this, she left Sonic and she rode with her friend to Sonic. And she had to have her pull over twice. She was so sick at her stomach. And then by the time she got back to the friend's house where her car was to drive home, and that's about 30 minutes from us, she was so sick she was throwing up at the friend's house. I said, Maddie, I think it's those birth control because it's been about 5 hours and that's been enough for that birth control to break down and to hit your bloodstream. And she said, Mama, I'm so sick at my stomach I can't drive. So I got Marshall out of bed. Thankfully he wasn't asleep yet. He had just laid down. I said, you got to go with me to get her so you can drive her home and I can drive her car home. So we all got home about 11 o'clock Sunday night, but she was so sick. So I'm going to call them. They had told me she was on a low estrogen pill already, but I don't know if there's a lower one out there that will still work. I don't know, but I've got to call them. She can't function. And she's not built like her mama. I've got plenty of stuff to spare when it comes to fat and stuff. I'm well endowed, but she ain't. She's a tiny thing, and I don't need her losing weight. Plus, I don't want her to go up to Indiana with this still being a problem. So I'm going to call that doctor and see what we can get done for her. So anyway, this is still all that I've got left, but I'm going to need it because I'm just on Monday and only the Lord knows what the day will hold coming up because that's just the way the weeks are around here. But anyway, I used some of these icons, which I'm tickled. Not all my kits have these matching icons. I'm just starting to add them to the kits. So look to see, it will be in the drop down if I've got them added to the kits, because I've got a lot of stuff that I'm adding and designing right now. And so yeah, I got a lot of work to do on the Etsy shop. But anyway, that's how it's going. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend with your family. As we all know what all's happening in Texas, and even I think it's South Carolina or North Carolina is being flooded too. Hug your family tight. I don't want to harp on this, but I saw so many people posting on Instagram, what have we got this Independence Day to be thankful for? Because they're not liking who's president. And then after this happened in Texas, I was like, now can you find something to be thankful for? I mean, surely all your happiness is not connected to who is president. I told Marshall, I said, at least me and you can ride and get Maddie. I said, there's some parents that don't even have that option this night. And so we've got stuff we can be thankful for no matter who's in office where. God's blessed us, y'all. And I just didn't understand how some people could post, there's nothing to be thankful for this 4th of July. Yeah, if you've got your family members and they're all healthy and well, and you can go hug them one more time, you've got a lot to be thankful for. But that's all I'm going to say on it. We're blessed. Spoilt rotten, but blessed. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being my friend, y'all. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.